Good morning, everyone. Our topic for today's discussion is subsidies in India. Subsidies are one of the quasi essential attribute of any welfare state. India at the eve of independence was left with uphill task of social economic development. Markets were almost non-existent. Mass lived in poverty and illiteracy. We were not producing enough food to satisfy our hunger. Life expectancy was just 32 years. In short, there were crises in every sphere, be it agriculture, industry, health, or education. Partly due to colonial legacy, given such circumstances, founding father of democratic India found that the Indian state to be a welfare state, envisaged Indian state to be a welfare state. However, 70 years down the line, only few problems have abated, while the new ones cropped up and the poverty still stubbornly remains a pressing problem. In this context, the latest economic survey rightly points out that despite spending as high as 3.77 lakh crore rupees annually on subsidies, there is no transformational impact on standard of living of masses. While subsidies have helped some poor people to be fire fighting in life, main allegation on subsidy economy is that through subsidies money meant for poorest is appropriated by richer section of society due to mistargeting and leakage. Now let's see what is a subsidy. Subsidy is a discount offered by government of India to provide necessary product to people at affordable prices across the nation. Subsidy is also identified as transfer of certain amount of money from government to an entity that further sells subsidized product to people. Subsidies is a part of non-planned expenditure of the government, in which the subsidy cost is much lower than actual cost of production. Now let's see, are subsidies our actual solution to the problem, or they are themselves a problem? As we have already said that a welfare state without subsidies cannot be imagined. The government have to extend subsidies to achieve objective of social economic policy. By this they aim at making basic necessities affordable to poor people through extension of consumer services. Second is to prepare a foundation of various economic sectors in which private sectors can participate later. When economy is at lower stage of development, it is often unavailable and unaffordable for private sector to step in production. This is mainly because there are limited resources that private investors, and there are informational externalities and uncertainties. In such case, the government do hand-holding by supporting private sector by extending subsidies and withdrawing them with private sector became competitive. Subsidies should be aimed at specific development objectives. On achievement of these objectives, subsidies should be phased out. It is only then the subsidies can go well with undistorted market economy. However, in a democracy, a subsidy when extended became a political sensitive issue, and the government suffer huge political risk if they phase out such subsidies. Over time, new subsidies are extended which pile up on older ones, and they soon consume scarce revenue resources of government. This takes a heavy toll on other expenditure of the government. They are forced to cut allocation to developmental and infrastructural avenue. Further, higher subsidies expenditure pushes a fiscal and revenue deficit as the government starts spending more than it earns. This fiscal deficit can be closed preferably by raising more revenue through new taxes or by borrowing money. More significant consequence of either of these alternative is that money is squeezed out of economy, which result in lower consumption or lower demand. This in turn hurts the growth of economy. Lesser growth results in less collection of taxes. On the other hand, subsidy burden remains same or even increases. Further, high borrowing results in higher amount of interest to be paid. So, in short, careless or politically motivated subsidies result in lower revenue for the government and high unproductive expenditure. Further, if the government is unable to borrow money or raise taxes, it will have to print new currency to finance deficits, which increases money supply in the economy. This creates inflationary trend in the economy. Incoherent subsidy regime unintendedly does more harm than good for cause it stands, that is social economic development. Now let's talk about the benefits of subsidies. The first has to be that subsidy is a direct or indirect payment to people, farmer by the government in form of cash payment or tax reduction. Daily household or necessary item related to food, education, agriculture, fuel come at affordable rates. Subsidies can be utilized to balance market failure to achieve economic productivity. Subsidized education help in further contributing to nation's GDP as increased education leads to high employment. Subsidy is also offered in form of tax exemption, helps struggling market by lowering the burden and further providing financial support for future ventures. Subsidies can also help in empowering women, poor people of the country by offering subsidies on healthcare, midday meal program, Mahatma Gandhi Employment Guarantee Act. So these were some benefits of subsidies. Now let's see. So that's all for today. In this video we have learned about subsidies, where we have discussed that subsidy is basically a discount offered by the government to provide necessary product to people at an affordable price across the nation. So it is basically a discount offered by the government to provide necessary product to people at an affordable cost. Subsidies, we have read that subsidies are also identified as transfer of certain amount of money from government to an entity that further sells subsidized product to people. We have also discussed why it is important for a nation like India, why subsidy is important for a nation like India, and we have discussed about the benefit of subsidies, where we learned that it helps in struggling market by lowering the burdens and further providing financial support for future venture. It helps in empowering women and poor people. Also it helps subsidies can be utilized to balance market failures to achieve economic productivity. We have also learned that it is household or necessary item related to food, education, agriculture and fuel comes at an affordable cost. Subsidies are meant for poor people and they shall ensure equitable redistribution of resources. Subsidies extended to rich are regressive. They help in keeping poverty intact and create inefficiency in economy, which culminates in inflation and corruption. In such case, economic is retarded as we have seen in India case when India grew in first decade of millennium at an average of 7.5%. It was found that this growth was jobless and unsustainable. India's economy faced power supply side constraint, which did not increase the productivity as compared to GDP. RBI had to then control spiraling inflation by steep hike in interest rate. Rationalization of subsidy regime will improve market in India, which will then attract more investment. This, in short, can turn the wheel of virtuous economic, which create more employment and attack poverty at its roots. So that's it for today. Thank you. Thank you for watching.